Everybody, welcome back to more World on Dynasty. In this one, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to improve your deflections. Now, of course, each enemy has its own different timings for deflections, but I feel like just getting into the habit of pressing the button at the right time, and whilst you're in combat, holding your block button and then deflecting from block is a game changer of a tip to start with before we actually get into where I'm going to suggest that you guys go ahead and have a practice. Now, as you can see, we are at the back end of the first mission. This is just before you are about to go in and face Chang Liang. I'm going to probably put this in my playlist before we actually go in and face him, just so that people can get a good feeling on the deflection timings and get some good practice on it. So the first enemy that I recommend doing it to is this guy right here, the archer that we can see just over this way. With the two satellite enemies cleared, bring your block up. So you know you're going to be blocking anyways. And then what you want to do is you want to time your B for when the arrow gets to you. The good thing about doing this is we can do this from closer up to make it a bit tighter, and we can move away to make it a bit longer. This is just going to give you a good kind of way of like gauging the time from when an attack leaves the archer to when you want to be like pressing the button. Once you've done this for a while then, and you're kind of happy, you're a bit like, right, okay, I'm bored of this archer now. You know, I've kind of got the timing down. I can see, in fact, I can do it from hearing because I'm so used to doing the archer now at this point. There is another enemy that we are going to want to go ahead and practice against, and this one is going to be much more practical, and that is the tiger earlier on in the level. So just in case you missed the tiger, then we are back at the very first checkpoint that you get when you first start the game. From here, you just want to make your way past this guy that you're supposed to do a stealth attack on. Out over the rocks, and we can make our way through some crates on the left-hand side. And what we're looking to do down there against this guy, let's get our block up, is to get some parries against its long attack chain. Cool tip for this, I find the best time to press B is when you can see the reds of its palms facing you. I find I have pretty good success when that's when I press the deflect button. As you can see, starting out, it kind of just does a charge off against you, and obviously it's going to start actually fighting us for real. Obviously the expectation here isn't to be passive against it. Probably want to do this a few times. You want to try and get some like good timings against it. Now, if you can get to the point where you're like doing perfectly against this, you're probably going to have a really good time in the game. Once you've defeated the tiger, like to reset this so that you can do it again, all you need to do is come on around the back, up on top of the building. There's loot around here as well. That's not really what we're here for. I like to dive on this guy. It's probably not essential. And then make your way back to the checkpoint where we can reset the tiger.